Hello, 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 beautiful people. It's Ryan Cook here with OrganicSalesCoach.com. And in this training, we're going to be covering Facebook Profile Mastery, how to build instant trust, connection, and authority with your market. What we're going to cover in this training is becoming a mirror, creating resonance, editing your profile, and marketing systems, and how your Facebook profile fits into all of that. The first concept I wanted to talk to you guys about is becoming a mirror. So, whenever you are adding somebody on Facebook or you're coming into contact with them or whenever they interact with your profile, the idea is that you want your profile to become an instant mirror and a reflection of your market. The areas that we want to reflect are their current situation, the pain that they are currently in and are feeling, the goal that they're dreaming of, the challenge getting there, and the solution to bridging the gap. This not only is important with your Facebook profile, but this goes all the way down into how you structure your offer, how you approach your market, and your Facebook needs to be a clear reflection that you understand all of those things in your offer. So before we get into all of that, I'm going to do some of the prerequisite work with you and not just give you how to edit your profile, but I'm going to give you the concepts and the things behind all of that you need to understand to have in the first place to become just deadly and be able to, completely resonate with your market and be able to let them know that you understand where they're at. So, an effective reflection must include hope as well as the current situation, as well as the pain, as well as the goal they're dreaming of and their challenge, but there needs to be hope that there is the ability to reach their desires. So, an accurate reflection should have the situation, the pain, the desire, the challenge that they're facing, with an addition to the hope and the solution that through your help and through working with you, through your program, that you'll be able to bridge the gap for them. So let's talk a little bit about their current situation. And in the current situation, it really means that you know exactly who you're talking to. You should know your market so well that your potential leads can see that you know exactly what they're going through and that they're not alone. You know the specifics of their situation, where they spend their time, where they spend their energy, where they spend their thought life. And you're not just grouping them into some sizable broad niche, but you're really zeroing in on who they are, what they are going through. You understand what obstacles they need to overcome and the difficulty in overcoming them. So let's talk about their pain. Really, whenever I look at pain, I like to look at it in these four areas: empathy, resonance, relief, and hope. Empathy means that you can really feel the pain and the pressure as if it were your own. This usually comes from experiencing the same situations that they're facing, and it's most likely why you chose to help the niche that you're helping. You need to be able to dial in and understand what it really feels like to be where your market is at. And the next thing that leads to that is resonance. So, whenever we key in on the language that your market uses, how they speak, how does this affect their life? What does it affect in their life? Does it keep them up at night? Does it affect their family life? Is their business suffering? If so, how? And you want to make sure that you truly resonate. And this is not coming from a place of projecting onto your market, but this is a place of really dialing in and working on the same frequency that the rest of your market is working on. Whenever we talk about empathy and resonance, one of the things we have to understand is that your market's looking for relief. And your market has a thorn in their side, and some of them can see it and some of them can't. Whenever we talk about them being able to see the thorn or not being able to see it, what this really is the level of sophistication of your market, and that also coincides with the level of sophistication of their problems. You see, they feel it, and they feel the pain, and they feel the pressure, they feel the discomfort, but some of them aren't even going to be able to see it. Some people in your market knows exactly where the thorn is. They know what they need to solve, but they don't know how to do it. And so understanding the relief that they're needing and the sophistication and really where that pain is is going to help you be able to communicate the fact that you're able to bring them relief because you've already done it. What your market truly wants is relief from the pain, and they want to know that someone can help. So that brings us over to hope. If you've ever been stuck, you know that hope is sometimes the one thing that can pull you through, and that hope is what gives us courage to take another step when things are hard. So, whenever your market understands that, and your profile is an accurate reflection, that there's true empathy with where they're at, that you're resonating with the pain and you're resonating with their desires, that you understand where the thorn is, that you understand how to bring them relief, and that there's hope that they can also get into that position, that creates an extremely powerful resonating image from your profile straight to your market. And whenever you have these things dialed in, it sets you up to be able to be successful on a whole other level. The next thing you need to understand is their desires. So your market is in a pain, and they're also trying to get somewhere. Part of it is out of pain, but they also have a dream, and they have something that they're shooting for. And that's where we come to the big why. You see, everyone has something that they're dreaming about, and your client's no different. So why is your client getting out of bed? What picture do they see in their mind when things get hard that keeps them pushing? What spurs them on? Is it impact, family, freedom, peace? Is it pleasure? Is it something that they've been wanting forever? Is it a source of pride, something that they can feel proud about of accomplishing? Your market has a why, and you need to understand their why as much as you need to understand their pain. You need to be able to understand what it would look like if your market was able to completely break free of their situation and step into their desired future tomorrow. What would change? Would they have less stress? Would they have increased self-worth? Would they have a restored marriage or financial freedom? How different could it really be if they were able to work with you and get the result that they've been trying to get for maybe years? And so the next part is understanding why this goal. There's a countless amount of goals that your client can most likely be focusing on. And so what makes this solution that you're trying to provide special? A lot of people want change, but why this exact change is worth expending the energy on is really important to know. And then finally, in understanding their desire, we have the cost of failure. And so just like with pain, there's relief from pain. As whenever we start talking about desire, there's also the pain of not getting the desire. The reason that your ideal client is afraid of failure is that the combined cost of staying in the pain plus the missed opportunity of their desire is too much to bear. That's why they're talking to you. That's why they're looking for solutions. So moving them from a place where they are in pain and they're in discomfort and things are falling apart, and all of that is important, but also the gap between being down in the pain and the bright future that they're hoping for tomorrow and missing out on that, that's what makes your offer priceless. And so I want to encourage you, whenever you're thinking about how you're structuring your offer, whenever you're thinking about how you're relating to your market and understanding your own personal worth and what you're offering, you need to have a clear picture of the low lows and the high highs and what making that transition would look like, and also what the cost of failure would be. What are they missing out on? How much does it hurt to stay in the pain? The regret, everything else that they've got going on for missing out, and they've already been missing out on their desired future. And so you really need to understand that your offer is priceless. And if it's not, then I would encourage you to get some more clarity and figure out what a priceless offer would be. Let's talk a little bit about resonance versus projection in your offer towards your market. Whenever you resonate with your market and you dial into the exact frequency that they're on, you touch a nerve. And whenever you project what you think your market wants onto them, your marketing is going to fall flat. And so here I've got 3 different approaches and 3 different ways of looking at this problem. And let's dig right into that. So Sandra here says, I transform depressed and overwhelmed business owners into confident, powerful CEOs in 90 days or less. This is a great I help statement, and it really touches on that gap. It helps you understand, and it really resonates with the market. Like, this isn't just a business owner that wants to grow, but this is somebody that's in business that's depressed and overwhelmed, and the transition that they're looking for, what they really want is to be confident and powerful in their business and be able to feel like they're a CEO. And then we have the promise here of in 90 days or less. Understanding that part of Sandra's market, part of their pain is the fact that they've been doing the same things for so long, and that whenever they're in this state of depression and overwhelm, it seems like an eternity. And even though they have these goals and they have these desires, it feels like it's possibly some far off future that's unattainable. And so in this message, we have a really powerful message of taking them from depressed and overwhelmed business owners to confident and powerful CEOs in less time than they could imagine. Whenever we compare that against example 2 here with Camden, who says, I help business owners have a better mindset so they can grow their business, you can really feel the difference. And although they both are working on mindset, and they are both working on helping business owners, and they are both working on helping people to be able to grow their business through clearing up their mind problems, the way they're approaching it couldn't be further from each other, because example 2 is more of a projection onto the market, that they see that business owners want to grow their business and they know that it has something to do with their mindset, but it really doesn't zero in on their particular pain. And as we move to example 3 with Lenora, we can really see how dialing in another step into the pain and even getting more specific creates a powerful message. So Lenora says, I help pull female entrepreneurs from the depths of overwhelm into their pure brilliance so their businesses can shine. And that right there, compared to I help business owners have a better mindset that they can grow their business, is a night and day difference. Lenora had the intelligence to go further in and go straight for female entrepreneurs. And the female entrepreneurs that she's going for understand that they're not living up to their pure brilliance that they have, and that if they were able to get that figured out, that their businesses would really shine too. And using words like the depths of overwhelm really capture the essence of what they're feeling like. It feels like a depth, it feels like a pit, they feel overwhelmed. And the transition of being able to step into their own pure brilliance with this confidence, and that their business would be in a reflection of that. Although all 3 of these examples are essentially helping business people with their mindset so that their businesses can do better, the approach and the understanding of the resonance makes a huge difference. So I want to encourage you, whenever you're looking at creating your I help statement or you're creating your offer, that you really look at the details and you really get dialed into the pain of your market. So we need to understand about overcoming the major barriers that your client is going to go on, because understanding these barriers is what makes you an expert, and your program should be positioned exactly to help them overcome these. So getting clarity and being able to relate that clarity through the content you post on your Facebook wall, the things you share in groups, the way that you help people, these are all going to build that instant trust and rapport that you're looking for. Even if you don't have a lot of client results yet, the fact that you can get this kind of clarity and understand what they're going through will be all of the trust that you need to build, because you're understanding it in a way that they haven't been able to figure out yet. So the first thing is understanding the path. It's where your client's currently at and where they're trying to go. You need to consider their income, their life stage, their relationships, their stages of frustration, the things that they've already tried and that didn't work, what their life would look like, and what it would feel like whenever they get their dream. So this is the path from where they're at and where they're going to. And to understand those 2 points, you also have to understand the barriers that are in between. And so, understanding the 4 to 6 barriers that your client is going to achieve to get their desired result is going to instantly boost you into the expert category. And so, what you need to do is you need to also understand the sequence in which they're going to face these barriers and have a clear plan to overcome each as they appear. That moves us to clearing the way. So each part of your program should be intentionally designed to address each of the barriers between your client's current situation and what they're going towards. Your client needs to be able to see the clear path to their success as clear as you can see it. And so clarity is one of the most important things that you can offer as a coach, and it might even be the number one thing that people are really coming to you for. So we understand where they're at and where they're going. We understand what stands in the way, and we understand the way to overcome each of those obstacles. And the final thing we need to look at is the order. And order is everything. And understanding when and how each step must be accomplished is as important as the steps themselves. You need to be able to have a proper sequence and understand that your client needs to know how to overcome barrier 1 before they get to barrier 3, and creating that proper order and having clear steps to overcome that and being able to convey that in your content will be really, really helpful. Let's talk a little bit about what your profile is not. Your profile is not a marketing system. While your profile is an extremely powerful tool that can connect you with potential clients, it should not be your entire marketing plan. Your profile is designed to reflect the connection with your clients, and you still have to have a system for taking those connected leads and converting them into clients. And your profile is not a real strategy. Posting every day with consistent content is essential, but having a clear, repeatable back-end process to turn new leads into paying clients needs to be your primary focus. Your profile is like the storefront, and enrolling new clients happens behind the doors. And so what we really want is our profile to resonate with our potential clients, to be able to show them that we understand where they're at, we understand their pain, and that we have hope, and that we've already overcome what they're trying to overcome. But the enrollment and everything else happens on the back end, and so you need a strategy for that. Your profile is not priority number 1. If you've been looking at your profile like its purpose is to attract and close clients instead of priming them for connection with you, then you're using it incorrectly. And I see a lot of coaches that they spend the majority of their time trying to focus on what they're going to post on their profile and really just sitting back and hoping that this is going to translate into clients. And you need to be confident that you understand how each lead should be handled so you can scale properly. The last thing your profile is not is it's not totally personal. You see, coaches often make the mistake of either looking at their profile as all business or all personal, but we find that a great profile does both. As a general rule, you want to try to post 70% about business and 30% about personal. While these numbers aren't hard numbers you have to stick to, the idea is that you stay in resonance with your market, but you also show the market the real you. So let's get into the actual areas of customizing your profile. We're going to start from the top and work our way down, and I'm not going to get crazy detailed about exactly what you need to post and exactly the kinds of images you need to post, but this is going to be an overview of what a nice clean profile that has a high acceptance rate of friend requests and builds trust and authority looks like, and really the things that you need to post and the way you need to post, that needs to come from the work we just talked about and gaining clarity on your market and your offer. So the first thing we have is the cover photo. I like to use bright, clear HD images. Bright colors are always good to attract the eye. There's something about people looking at images of beauty and automatically having a warmer response to the profile. Another thing that you can also do is use canva.com, and you can create a custom banner. You can go in, you can go to templates, and then you can select Facebook cover profile, and it will give you the exact sizes. And then you can also use this as kind of a banner to post your I help statement. You can use it as a message or branding for your program or your content. Just a word of advice on here. The reason I don't have that on mine is because I'm starting to see that in this space, pretty much everybody is doing that. And so sometimes it's important to stand out. And as more and more people create banners that are essentially mini sales pages on their cover profile, people are going to start basically becoming wise to that. And as you add people as friends, if your banner comes across as too salesy, or your profile looks like all you're doing is trying to sell your program, then it could actually be a turnoff for potential clients. So just keep that in mind. It does work. A lot of successful people use it. It's just my personal preference, and you can go either way. The profile picture, we want to use quality pictures of yourself. Solo photos are preferred. If you're a one-on-one coach, then you want to be able to build instant connection with your client, and so there's no better way to do that than a clear picture of you. Pictures where you're smiling, good clear pictures of your eyes. Family pictures are good too, depending on where you're at, showing that you have a family life, having great pictures. But the more people that are in a picture, the less connection there are, I would say. And the photo needs to really let you shine through. As we move into the next area to customize, we've got basically three things. As we scroll down into this next section, we've got your intro and bio, your place of work, and this is where people are going to see your last post that you've posted. The intro and bio needs to be clear and concise, and it needs to be an explanation about what you do, or a genuine way for people to connect with you and telling about yourself. You don't always have to use this as a sales oriented space. This can also be a place to establish connection and trust. But as you see here in my bio, I understand my market. So my market is one-on-one coaches who, a lot of them are in the life coaching niche, transformational work, spiritual mentors, people that are really focused on authenticity, and that's a big part of their business. And that's the reason why I focused in on this niche, because that just resonates with who I am. I'm not a spammy, salesy marketer, and the way I use my systems is just to sort and find authentic, aligned fits. And so in my messaging, I have authentic organic marketing for coaches who want to sleep at night, earn 10 to 20K a month in 90 days or less. So it's very clear on what I do, it's very clear on who I work for, and it's clear on the goals that we're trying to achieve. Part of the way that I resonate is understanding the authenticity and the fact that coaches in my niche have a natural aversion to feeling like they're selling people. And the way I approach my marketing is to be able to help them create a system in a way that helps them sleep at night, to where it doesn't go against violate their conscience, but they also want to be able to scale and make money, and they want to be able to do it as quick as possible. And so that's exactly how I designed my program, and I designed it with these exact people in mind. And I would encourage you to do the same thing. If you can't fit your I help statement in this bio section, then it means you don't have enough clarity. And if you can't clearly articulate what you do with the amount of characters in this bio, then you should probably go back to the drawing board and really dig into your market and figure out the things that make them different and the things that they are wanting out of an offer. The next thing we have down here is place of work. And so this is a place where you can add your business, If it's a business that doesn't exist already, whenever you go in and edit this and you enter your business and your title, Facebook's going to generate a business page for you. So when people click this hyperlink, it's going to shoot them over to your business page. And that's a thing for another day. But if you click on this, they go to your business page. You also want that page to resonate the rest of your brand. And this isn't as important if you're not running ads and things like that, but people will click this link. And then finally we have the top post. And so this is the first area. As the eyes scroll down through the page, they're going to see the last thing that you posted. And so as far as posting and what you should post, I would encourage you to really dial in on the things we covered in the beginning of this training. And that's the market resonance, that is understanding their pain, understanding their desires, understanding the situation that they're in and creating hope. And so those are the kind of things you want to do in your post. And so whenever I'm going to do prospecting for the day, I like to keep in mind what is this top post, because a lot of times people are going to see your friend request, they're going to click on your profile, and they're going to get down to about this far, and this is where they're going to decide whether or not they want to interact with you. And so keep in mind whenever you're prospecting, or if you have a team prospecting for you, what your top posts are, and that is going to affect your connection rate. The next area we move down to is featured image. And now in this featured image box, you can either you can go in and edit, and this is going to naturally generate by Facebook. It's just going to put some of your top pictures, and this is most likely going to have like 9 pictures or so in it. You can go into edit, and then you can cancel out all of those pictures if you just want one image. And what I did here is I used canva.com and I created an infographic, and this just gives a little bit more information on what I do, helps to connect with my market a little bit more, and then as it flows down the page, it leads down into my website and social links, which has my calendar for booking a call. It also has my website where they can go on, get a lead magnet, and book a call as well. Everything we're doing with one-on-one coaching and our prospecting, really the design is to lead to a call so we can figure out and connect with the potential lead and see if there's alignment there. And so from beginning to end, that is what all of this is pointing towards, is being able to connect with your market in that way. So we move down to the website and social links area. And here you'll be able to put your website URL. There's a spot for LinkedIn, Instagram, and you can also add multiple URLs like I did here. If you go into edit, and you can click add another website. And so you can customize this area out. Also in featured images, I've seen a lot of people do a lot of cool different things. You can actually add multiple images, create graphics for all of them, and create a collage. You can post client testimonials, you can do free resource giveaways, and this is just another way for people to engage further with you. And so here I've got, you're this close to impacting more lives, authentically attract dream clients, automate your marketing, focus on what matters, without gimmicks, without ads, down the rabbit hole you go. And so whenever I did this, I did it consciously understanding how people's eyes flow down the page. And whenever you're using mobile, it's going to be in a straight line, and people are going to move from your cover photo to your profile and then down through to this featured image area. And so whenever I'm trying to craft a profile, I want it to always flow well with the eyes. And you also want to communicate with people like you understand that they're getting to this spot. So whenever I say you're this close to impacting more lives, I understand that people are now scrolling through my profile and they've got to this spot, and it's a chance for them to make a decision to interact with me more. So let's go in a little bit, and I want to talk to you guys about the organic sales process and the lead flow from stranger to dream client. And this is kind of like a 30,000 foot view, and understanding the high level flow that you go from taking an organic lead and working them all the way through to enrollment. Now, while each of these steps have a lot more that goes into them. This will give you an idea of how it works. So, and where your Facebook profile fits in. So we start with our organic leads, and this can be new Facebook friends, Facebook groups, Instagram, referral, organic post. This is essentially any way you come into contact with your market and you're not paying for ads to do so. And once we come into contact with a potential lead and they match up with your client avatar, then we move into connection. And so this is really where your profile matters and can help or hurt you. And once the lead is added, this is where you build connection and trust. So this is the start of your conversations on Messenger. This is interacting with their post. This is, all of the ways that you would naturally connect with somebody on social media. We build the connection first. And, with our business model, with connection and with the qualifying area, we use a framework to extract the correct information that we need to understand whether or not we need to move to a clarity session and whether or not they'd be a possible good fit for enrollment. And so organic lead moves to connection. Once you connect, we move with our process into qualifying the prospect, and we take them through a process of identifying their situation and their pain, and we want to find out from the surface at least if this prospect is a good fit, and then if they are, we move them into a clarity session. And so in the clarity session, we book qualified connections in for a clarity call. With our business, we call this a alignment blueprint. And this is really where you're diagnosing and listening to see if you can provide a clear path forward for them. And so what we don't want this to be, and what a lot of marketers are doing, is this is a hardcore sell session. And so they preface this area with getting them onto the call, saying that it's not going to be a sell, and then all it is really just trying to convince them to get in your program. This is not what I do. This is not what I encourage our clients to do. And it's only going to hurt you in the long run if you push clients into your program that are not a good fit and are not ready. So here, this is really a chance for us to build genuine connection, to find out where your client is at and what their needs are, what they've tried, what they haven't tried. And then, if it actually is a good fit, and only then we make an offer to work together. And whenever we make an offer to work together, we step into the enrollment process where we're using a repeatable system to enroll perfect clients into your program and pipelining leads that are not a good fit now, but they might be for a future opportunity. And so whenever you're looking at your coaching business, your profile, as we said before, should not be your entire strategy, but you should have a clear way of understanding how you take an organic lead, i.e. a stranger, and we move them through the process to finding out and sorting and fragmenting off the ones that are not, and moving our way through to the dream clients that are happy to work with us, that are excited to work with us, and need exactly what we're offering. And so I hope that gives you some clarity on that. So what now? What do you do with this information? If you feel like you're in a place where you could use some help and that you are ready to get your business going, and you would possibly be interested in working with me, and you fit the following situations, you're either looking to scale, and that means you've had some success in your business, but you're looking for a way to bring reliability to enrollment, and you want to start hiring team members to share the load, then possibly we would be good for at least a conversation to see where you're at and get some clarity. If you have proven results and you're confident that you can get your clients the results they're looking for, but marketing just isn't your strength, or you need systems in place and clients seem to come in, but you can't really say how you move a client from stranger to dream client, and it seems like luck most of the time, and you need a system in place, or possibly you need some client clarity. And as we were going through this training, you realize that you're not clear enough on your market and you're not clear enough on your offer, and you feel like you can help a lot of people, but you don't really know exactly who you're helping and what the exact result is that you're trying to help them achieve, then I would encourage you to reach out to me, and I will give you a free hour of my time where we can sit down and get on the phone, and we can actually just work through what's going on in your business. And my promise to you is that just like I teach my clients, I'm not going to get on the phone and try to sell you anything. But my entire goal is to find out if we're in alignment with the needs of my program and the needs of what you're doing. And if there's alignment, then and only then will I ever offer a chance to work with me. And if not, then I guarantee that I'm going to be able to give you an immense amount of value in that phone call, and you're going to leave better than you came. So if you are interested in reaching out and connecting with me, you can jump over to my Facebook page, contact me directly, shoot me a DM, and we can talk a little bit there. You can also go to my website at organicsalescoach.com. You can book a call directly there, fill out an application to work together, and then again, we can just get on and see where you're at. I always promise to never pitch anybody that's not a good fit, and that the purpose of these calls is not to try to sell you on anything. If you would like to directly email me, you can email me at ryan@organicsalescoach.com. Thank you guys so much for making it through this training. If you would like the PDF slide of this, just let me know, and I'll send you a slide that you can have without any audio overview, just as a reference guide. And I would love to speak with you. I'd love to hear about your business, hear about how you're trying to impact and change the world. And the very least, I'd just love to connect with you as another fellow human being. So until next time, thanks for watching this training, and I am so excited to watch your journey and watch you grow. Bye.